For years, these questions were silenced, dismissed as conspiracy theories. But when the Epstein files finally opened up, everything changed. Names nobody expected started appearing. And one of the biggest names? Ellen DeGeneres. But first, let's talk about what was actually inside those files.
There was also a lot of language that appears to be coded regarding food. I wanted to let you know the crew really appreciated the pizza. Another email read, "This is better than a Chinese cookie, see attached. Let's go for pizza and grape soda again." This one talks about, yeah, that's the pizza. You mean radiating a soft glow with a look of bliss and excitement. There's one more, I think, in this list as well. "Sorry, I have no stomach for even the slightest aggro. I don't have the stomach for it for any drama, imaginary or real. I'm still fragile off the last one and scared of shadows." This is in response to some videos that were shared where Jeffrey Epstein himself says, "I watched all of these videos, don't send any more." And then Ghislaine is like, "I can't stomach any of this." What the fuck did you send that Jeffrey Epstein was like, "No more"?
Lawmakers who read the unedited files described something deeply unsettling. Emails full of food references, pizza, pasta, jerky, used in ways that made zero sense as actual food. A congresswoman confirmed the language wasn't normal. A forensic expert later said these were almost certainly code words for something much darker.
Earlier, I'll give you another example here. Epstein sends a message to someone. She looks pregnant, reacting to a photo. And the client replies back to Epstein, "You mean radiating a soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement? Yeah, that's the pizza." I cannot be clearer than this, that this is a code word. It makes no sense in that context whatsoever. And this, on top of the example I gave you earlier, when his virologist gave him the medicine for having an erection, erectile dysfunction, I assume, or it could be even Viagra, and then told him to wash his hands, go have pizza and grape soda. Has been mentioned time and time again. Having adult men, successful men that are very health oriented, constantly talk about pizza and pizza with grape soda, which I've never heard before.
Yeah, I've never heard of pizza and grape soda before this. I don't know if that specific combination was part of the whole Pizzagate thing, but it's definitely mentioned a lot because I saw that phrase, so I looked it up and was like, is this actually like in there multiple times? And it most definitely is.
There's another one here. Have you seen the beef jerky mentions as well? There's an email here from Jeffrey Epstein. Someone else says, Francis has time to come tomorrow to show me how to make it. Jerky, anyone? He will also bring you a taste of his jerky recipe from the restaurant and sends a warm hello. He's working at a restaurant called Cook's. Wait for it, beef jerky and steak. Yes, time at 3 p.m. There's other emails of him talking about beef jerky. Another one here, Jeffrey Epstein sending it to Steve Hansen saying, "Hope you're feeling better. Did we analyze the beef? Did we analyze the jerky?" Now there's talks about jerky, referencing human meat. It could be for scientific research. It could be something else that's even sicker. But there's more emails here talking about beef jerky. Have you had time to go through those? There's one here. "Thank you so much. Super cool. IT guy setting up Surface right now. We are ridiculously excited, and beef jerky delicious. Thank you, Thanksgiving." So yeah.
It is very. Now I've got all those emails saved. I'd actually had somebody send to me all of those to say, "Hey, would you check this out?" So I have them. I have not read through all of them, but there's no shortage of terms that are phrased in a peculiar way. Muffin is another one. I've seen that a couple of times. I talked about when he says "whoops." That seems to be in very. Sometimes he says that in very odd terms that seem like they're referring to somebody dying or getting. So there definitely seem to be code words.
Jerky kept appearing, stored in freezers, delivered urgently, passed between Epstein and his closest associates. The tone was casual, but something felt very wrong. And now Ellen DeGeneres, America's face of kindness, is being connected to this world. Nothing proven in court yet, but the connections are hard to ignore.
Lauren, it was fun.
Yeah. I can't believe you got in that water.
It was so cold. It was like 50 degrees.
Look at you. So it's a beautiful video. So if you want to see the whole thing, it's gorgeous. Speaking of you in your underwear, let's talk about the paparazzi shot in Bora Bora.
Okay.
So you are obviously in a private bungalow.
Yeah.
And because usually we're all pretty good at spotting paparazzi.
Yeah.
They hide in boats
Yeah.
and pretend to be fishermen,
Yeah.
and we're like,
Yeah.
you're paparazzi. I mean, we're pretty good at it. How did you not see that there was paparazzi there?
Well, I just didn't see them. I think I wasn't really looking out for them either, so.
Was there a boat, when you think back on it now, can you see where they may have been? Were they
Yeah,
in a boat?
yeah, they're definitely in a boat. Yeah.
And how quickly after that was shot did you realize that happened? Did that go on wire right away?
Yeah, it was pretty much like a couple days. It was like a couple days later. Scooter hit me. He was like, "Yo, I hate to tell you this, but your penis is on the internet." I was like, "What? How does it?" And so then the first thing I saw was like the censored one, and it had like the black thing over it. And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, like I don't know what this is gonna look like." And then it wasn't as like bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
It wasn't like terrible.
I'm no expert, but I heard that it was good.
I'm sorry.
Well, what amazed me, though, is that got so much attention, and I was in the bungalow next to you, and when I saw it, I was shocked.
Yeah.
And I don't know how people didn't see. I was right there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
My hat! So there's a young woman in the background you can see in the bed.
Yeah, I know.
Is that your girlfriend?
No, it's not.
Just a girl that you were in Bora
Just a
Bora
friend.
with?
Yeah.
You just brought a friend to Bora Bora?
Yeah.
And you're just naked with your friend?
Why are you putting me on the spot like this? Gosh.
I mean, you can say, why can't you say you're dating somebody?
I'm not dating anyone though.
She's just a friend?
She's just a friend.
Wow. I have friends, I've never seen them naked like that. And they don't bring me to Bora Bora.
Stop. You're making me blush, dude.
Every time someone got close to the truth, the story disappeared. But some things couldn't be buried. In 2009, a young model named Gabriela Jimenez broke down screaming outside a hotel, saying she had witnessed something horrifying involving powerful guests. That story was quickly forgotten, until now. Then there's Chrissy Teigen, publicly close to Ellen for years. In one interview, she was asked a simple question: would you ever eat human flesh? Most people don't even think twice. Chrissy said yes, and when pushed, she didn't take it back.
Actually, nothing I wouldn't eat or wouldn't drink or wouldn't try.
If the person okayed it, I would eat a human.
If you were at a very fancy restaurant and they were like
A tiny piece of human meat.
No. I think the only way
you wouldn't try a tiny bite?
No.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Is that terrible?
People called it dark humor at the time. But after the Epstein files, that clip hit differently. Meanwhile, a real disease called kuru, spread through cannibalism, started trending online. When old footage of Epstein showed unusual movements, people made connections. Doctors warned against jumping to conclusions, but the internet had already made up its mind.
I know I'm about to sound completely insane, but just hear me out. This pertains to the Epstein files, the Clintons, and cannibalism, and I feel completely fine and am totally okay. Alright, let's do this. How do we know if someone is a cannibal? Well, they could have the Kuru disease, which is a fatal neurodegenerative disease that spreads through eating brain tissue. It has a long incubation period, 10 to 30 years. Early symptoms are headaches, coordination issues, anxiety, and inappropriate laughter. Middle stage, severe tremors and shaking, loss of balance, and slurred speech. Late stage, inability to walk, dementia, and the forever sleep. Do you know of any elites rumored to have consumed human flesh? But I'm not accusing anyone of anything, this is just a fun little joke video. With truth in the mix, in Papua New Guinea they call human long pig. We just love to have fun here. No, the Kuru disease has nothing to do with the Epstein files or anyone in them. Definitely not the Clintons. And I feel fantastic, so yeah, have a good day, okay, thanks.
The story splits in two directions: real documented crimes on one side, wild online theories on the other. But Ellen's name keeps appearing in the middle. In August 2025, a former cameraman described a toxic environment on her show, 9 stage managers in one season, and what staff called the Ellen gaze. Then she quietly left the US after the 2024 election. Elon Musk publicly suggested it had nothing to do with politics and everything to do with her connections to Diddy.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then No, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them. I'll listen to the music.
By 2020, it wasn't strangers online attacking Ellen, it was her own staff. 36 former employees spoke out about harassment, misconduct, and a culture of silence. BuzzFeed broke the story. Ellen apologized, but one producer who was there from day one called it out and said Ellen had known for 17 years.
Welcome to season 18 of the Ellen DeGeneres Show.
A new chapter. That's what Ellen promised today as she returned to her studio and spoke out for the first time about the controversy swirling around her.
This summer, there were allegations of a toxic work environment at our show. And then there was an investigation. I learned that things happened here that never should have happened.
She apologized and promised to do better.
The truth is, I am that person that you see on TV. I am also a lot of other things. Sometimes I get sad, I get mad, I get anxious, I get frustrated, I get impatient, and I am working on all of that. I am a work in progress. And if I've ever let someone down, if I've ever hurt their feelings, I am so sorry for that.
But one former Ellen producer isn't buying it. Hedda Muscat worked on The Ellen Show back in 2003.
Phony, liar, hypocrite. That's my reaction. She's known about this for 17 years. She's created this culture. I was there from day one. We were all petrified of her. She was not nice.
The real problem, there was no safe way to report anything inside that show. No protection, no confidential process. Warner Brothers eventually investigated and removed producers. But one question stayed loud. Why did it take so long? And just as that story faded, a new name entered. One that connected Ellen's world directly back to Epstein.
Video clip is a short one, just 3 seconds long. It's part of the Epstein files, and it shows the convicted offender Jeffrey Epstein being shown the Louvre by Jack Lang. The 86-year-old former culture minister knew Epstein for years and used his car and his plane. Lang told French media that he'd met Epstein through Woody Allen and would have cut off all contact had he known that he was at the heart of a criminal network. But Lang's family ties to Epstein go beyond casual acquaintances. The French investigative site Mediapart revealed that Epstein opened an offshore account in the U.S. Virgin Islands in 2016, and half of the shares were owned by Caroline Lang, the former minister's daughter. Her name is also in Epstein's will, signed 2 days just before his death in prison. He promised her $5 million. Caroline Lang has also responded to the site, saying the offshore account was meant for art investments, but she was never paid by Epstein or invested financially in it. Mediapart also said that Lang did not declare the St. Thomas account to the French tax authority. Lang has since resigned from her new post as the head of a film producers group.
The critics kept coming. In June 2025, comedian Margaret Cho revealed that Ellen had treated her like a complete stranger on her talk show, despite knowing each other since the 1980s comedy club days. Cho said it felt strange, erasing their history like it never existed.
What, Ellen?
Ellen was like really weird and not nice to me for most of my career, and like because I opened for her in the 1980s.
Oh, you did?
When she was a headliner in comedy clubs, and not way before her big fame. And so then when I would do her talk show in the 2000s, she acted like we just met, and I'm like, what?
One of those types. One of those types.
I'm like, what? Like that's weird. Like
Right.
it's like we go way back. What? Like it's so creepy and weird, but also the other thing was David Bowie had been on the show, and he was so excited that the night before that I had come to his show wearing this giant Chinese emperor outfit. He was really thrilled about it, and he talked at length about it. And she cut it out of the show, which made me so mad. And the producer, who's a really good friend of mine, had to call me and tell me, I can't believe she did this, but she cut it out of the show. But you need to know that he was going on and on about your outfit. He loves you. God said your name.
Is so petty.
Which is so rude.
That is so gross.
I don't know if it was personal. Maybe it was for time.
Right.
But still, I'm going to take it personally just because I decided to.
You should have sent her a note and said, send me the footage. I'll post it to my YouTube.
I know it exists somewhere.
So, where does this leave us? Real crimes on one end, unverified theories on the other, but in the middle, real people who say they were hurt, real questions still unanswered. What do you think is actually going on? Let us know in the comments.